after it was found unsuitable to hold a gaming licence in Western Australia. The WA Gaming Minister, Tony Booty, says standards at Crown have eroded over decades. Transparency has been lost and that integrity has been diminished. The decision comes as Star Entertainment faces an inquiry about its suitability to run its Sydney casino. Joining me now is anti-money laundering expert Andrew Jackson. Andrew Jackson, thanks so much for joining us. Your reaction to these findings in the report?
Yeah, thank you for having me. I'm not at all surprised that we're hearing about another casino being pulled over the coals by the regulators, and it's great to see this happen because more attention needs to be drawn to it. It's just sad why it is happening. It's embarrassing, really, and frankly, I don't think Crown or Star can use ignorance as a excuse for anything like this when you're talking about the sheer scale of money laundering going on. Crown articles are talking 70 billion over 5 years. It's just an exorbitant sum of money, which is something they just cannot shy away from.
How much responsibility should realistically be expected of an enterprise like Crown when it comes to battling money laundering, which, as you say, happens at a massive scale, but also the individual choices of people who enter that establishment?
Yeah, look, the onus has to sit on them. They are accountable for the people that they allow to come through their doors and the money they want to be making off those people. So, yes, there are regulatory oversights, and after WA have decided to still allow them to keep their license, but with further oversight, it's their chance to clean up their act. They know they have to do this, so why they're not doing it is the bigger question. I think it's 1.1 billion out of that 70 billion laundered through there was lost to the casino. So that's almost their fee for allowing this to happen, which is just unacceptable.
Why do you think the government's reaction to this has been, as some are describing it, fairly mild? Tim Costello from the Alliance for Gambling Reform says people expect the corporation to be held accountable. Tony Booty says there's been poor exercise of citizenship, corporate citizenship here, and yet here we are, Crown keeps its licence, its share price goes up. How do people make sense of that?
Yeah, it's a great question, and this is one of the problems prevalent across Australia and the globe when it comes to money laundering. There isn't a wide enough awareness of the impact on everyday Australians. That's what needs to change in order for the entire movement to stop this and hold people like Crown, the Star, more accountable. How they're getting away with it, AUSTRAC maybe have been a little too lenient in the past, but I think they have a reputation to uphold now as well. But why they are getting away with this, I would love to understand the intricacies of that, because it is, as I say, not acceptable.
One of the factors certainly has been about the degree of enforcement being undertaken by the government regulator. There's certainly a question here about the friendships that were formed between the regulator and Crown and how well they were resourced to carry out the work that they needed to do.
Yeah, so we're talking about a huge sum of money, and for some people that may be quite appealing to look the other way. AUSTRAC is compared to the staff and the power that Crown and the Star will have, they are under-resourced to be able to go after everyone in the industry. They do have to look at the larger institutions to start off with. Now, they are focusing on Star and Crown eventually, but it isn't just down to the regulators. I see it as Crown have two options here. One, they can say they will continue to clean up their act, but do it slowly and hope that the problem goes away. Or two, they can own this and they can say, no, we are going to double down on the apparent acts of cleaning up they've started and prove that they can right a ship. It should be a source of pride for them, and then they can hold their head up high with wider Australian community.
They've started cleaning out the board. That was the first step. What would you hope from Crown over the next 2 years as it takes on this remediation process?
Yeah, I'd hope they take this seriously first off, that they look at internal process, they see where weak spots are. They also future-proof it for criminals becoming more sophisticated, and that they take the concern of all of their customers and their approach to money laundering more seriously than just saying we'll allow 100, 200 clients to launder billions through there. Say no to certain customers, and instantly their reputation will improve.
Andrew Jackson, so great to have you on the program. Thanks so much.
Thank you.